Hi. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Can you hear me
Hello?
okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Can we turn up the volume here? Sorry, I'm just having a little trouble hearing you. I'm Heather. I'm a reporter with Wood TV 8. And I just want to let you know that you are being recorded right now. And I just want to talk to you because we've heard everyone else's side of the story about what happened to Latrice Maze and your connection to that. And so I wanted to give you the chance to tell your side of the story. So you were the last person to see her. What happened to her?
That's what's being said. That's speculation right now.
Right, and that's why I'm talking to you to get your side, because I think it's fair, because you haven't had a chance to talk, and everyone else is talking for you, so that's why I want to give you the chance to talk.
No, I mean I'm answering your question. You said the last time that she was seen. I'm saying that's speculation. I mean that's what's being said. I don't know if that's true or not.
So when was the last time you saw her?
The 19th.
And where was she at?
She was at home.
Okay. And what time was that around? I guess trying to give us a better picture.
I don't know to be exact. I'm not quite sure to be exact.
Okay. Do you remember the last thing that she said to you?
No, I don't.
Okay. I mean, this has got to be tough for you. You're locked up right now, and Latrice, is presumed to be dead. So I see that this is kind of taking a toll on you.
I mean that been took a toll on me.
What are you feeling
When
right
I
now?
when I was out, it took a toll on me. When the news first broke, it took a toll on me. Like it's been there, but I mean it's way harsh now that I'm in jail for something that I know I didn't do. So it's way worse now.
What do you think happened to Latrice?
I don't I don't know. I don't know to be certain. I mean I hate to even think some of the thoughts I done thought, but I'm not sure. I mean especially with as far as what I've been hearing about them not even recovering the body, I'm trying to keep that the furthest thing from my mind right now.
Um, so police said that there was a domestic call that they answered that night on the 19th.
No, that would have been that morning.
It was that morning. Okay.
That morning.
Can you talk to me about that? Because I've heard their side of that.
There was no domestic. I'm quite sure if there was a domestic, I would have been in jail that same morning. There was no domestic.
Police are saying that Latrice called the police and said that you had dragged her through the home. Did that happen?
No, when the police came to the residence, I was told that I had struck Latrice. It was nothing about dragging. It was supposed to be me striking Latrice multiple times, which was false.
So what happened when police got there? What did they say? What did they do?
I mean, they told me about the allegations. They got my side of the incident. They got her side of the incident. They checked us both for injuries, which there were no injuries, and they told both of us that I mean, it's legally both of our residents, so they couldn't make either one of us leave. And they told us, but basically it was a false police report because there was no sign of a domestic. Nothing was in disarray in the house. Neither one of us had injuries. So it was from there it was nothing.
Okay. Police said that they did offer to take Latrice to a shelter if she wanted to.
Yeah.
And then she said that no, she didn't want to. Is that what you remember?
Yeah, she declined. I mean, they asked her if she felt like she was in harm. She said no. They asked her if she wanted to leave. She said no. They asked me the same thing, and I told them no. Like I say, it was no domestic. It was nothing but a mere argument, if that. Like it really wasn't even an argument. So.
What was that fight about?
There wasn't a fight. that's the thing.
No, I mean the argument. I'm sorry. What was the argument?
No, it was a disagreement over something simple and minor, as far as a pair of keys. A minor disagreement.
I'm sorry about a pair of keys.
A pair of keys. A disagreement about a pair of keys led to her calling the police and making a false allegation. I mean, I had nothing to hide, so I stayed there until the police came. Like, I didn't believe that she called the police until they showed up. Like I had no reason to run from anything. So I mean it proved to be when they came and like I said, they went throughout the whole house. Nothing was in disarray. Neither one of us had injuries. So
And so, what was going on with the keys? What was the argument about?
no, it was a set of keys that were removed because to my knowledge she was supposed to be moving out. So I mean the keys I paid for, so I took the keys back. That was the argument.
I got it. I got it. And police did
If
say, what'd you say?
Yeah, if an argument, like I said, I don't even call it an argument, but I mean it's perceived what it's perceived as, man.
Right. And police did say that Latrice had her things packed when they showed up.
Yes,
And
yes,
so
she did.
she was supposed to move out, and I guess she decided she didn't want to move
She
out
did.
anymore.
Yeah, I get. Yeah, at the last minute she decided that she didn't want to move out. I mean, I didn't hear that until the police came. She told them that she didn't want to move anymore. So, and like I say, it was never a point in time where I told her to leave. I told her to get her things and leave. It was never that. It was upon her own will that she went and packed her own things. So, it was never me putting her out or telling her to get out.
So what was that all about? Why did she want to move out?
I haven't, I haven't the slightest idea, man. I mean, one thing with Treese, man, is that it's kind of hard to figure out. Like she's spontaneous, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's kind of to where your guess is better than mine. Like it's like hit and miss, hot and cold, But I mean, we've gone through that multiple times before, like I say, any couple has its ups and downs, but we were always kind of, what I'm saying, back and forth. This day we're together, maybe next week we're not. Like, and it never got physical. It was always a disagreement. Like she felt like she didn't want to be in a relationship, or I felt like I didn't want to be in a relationship. So I guess it was one of those moments that particular day.
Mhm. And how long had you guys been together, going back and forth from breakup and together?
Maybe a year and a half, about a year and a half now.
And how long had you been living together?
Um, Not even a whole month.
Mhm. So police are saying, and you know this now, that you killed Latrice in your home that you shared together, and that you dumped her body, and that you then bragged about it.
Said that I what?
That you bragged about it.
False. Definitely false.
Why do you think they're saying that? Because they're saying they don't have any physical evidence. They've only got this person who's telling them this, and they feel confident that they can take you in front of a judge.
I don't really care to go into detail about it, but I mean, I've been told multiple things from multiple detectives of what supposedly they have in this case. But basically, what I make of it, I mean, to me, it's all allegations. And that's by far the truth, that they have anybody that can honestly come forward and say that I confess anything to them, because there's nothing for me to confess in this situation. So that's definitely false.
So if you didn't kill Latrice Maze, who killed her?
To my knowledge, Latrice is not even dead. So I mean that's the thought that I'm trying to keep from my mind, is her being dead right now. So that's not even something I'm trying to contemplate right now.
Okay, is there anything else that you want to get out, that you want to make known? I mean, this is the first time you've been able to speak, so I just want to give you a chance.
No, I mean like I say, since the beginning, I've been following the story. Um, in the very beginning, the same attempts that her family was making, I was making the same attempts. As far as like I say, with the job I had, as far as me making my deliveries, I mean, I took out flyers. I asked questions to random people. I mean, it was even a particular day where supposedly someone spotted her, and I left my job to go check into that and see if that was a person that they spotted, which it turned out to be that it wasn't. It was somebody that supposedly looked like her, supposedly. So, from what I'm seeing in the media is them trying to paint an image of me as being a monster and a careless person, which that's the furthest thing from the truth pertaining to me right now. So I don't really care to get off in the detail about it. Like I said, I mean, since it's been going on, it's been nothing but talk, allegations. You know what I'm saying? Speculations, what a person believes has happened. Um, to my knowledge, I've yet to hear anything that is truthful, that is fact. Even the detectives have said that they don't have facts or truth. It's all speculation.
What do
But
you
I
know?
mean,
What do you know about the facts of that last day that she was seen?
what do you mean by that?
What do you know about that last day that she was seen? What are the facts about that last day?
I'm not.
The day that you saw her in the house, the 19th.
Okay, you said what are the facts about it?
Yeah.
I'm not.
Like,
I'm not really catching where you're going with that question.
I just wanted to get, what exactly you remember of that last day, your last time seeing her.
Well, besides the fact that she was alive and in good health, I'm not.
Okay. Well, I just want to.
It wasn't. I don't really see I wouldn't say a purpose for that question, but I don't really understand what you mean by that.
Okay, I was just trying to see what you remembered about that last time seeing her. That's it. But I just want to make this clear. I just want to put this question out there so you can answer this. Did you kill Latrice Maze?
No, I did not.
Okay. Why do you think the family and police and everyone's pointing the finger at you?
I haven't the slightest idea. I would say, in the beginning, I was told I was supposedly a person of interest, and it went from a person of interest to a suspect. What I'm seeing on the news is, like I said, is by far is the furthest thing from the truth. As far as they even went as far as to say that I went to a vigil and declined to go on camera. I was never asked to go on camera. I was never spoken to by anybody at that vigil. So that's a false statement. You know, it was another incident I just saw on the news like the other day where they spoke to one of the neighbors, and it was allegations made where supposedly the police were called to our residence multiple times. Now, where we stayed at is a 2-unit apartment. We stayed downstairs. Multiple people occupied the unit upstairs. Now, there were multiple times that the police came to that residence, but every time the police came there, they came for the residence upstairs.
So they've never come for domestic?
Yeah, never once did they come to my unit except for that same morning. Any time before that was for the unit upstairs. And to my knowledge, it was even a time the night before the 19th, which would have been the 18th, they came for the residence upstairs. So for them to get on the news and say that they constantly came to our unit for arguing and fighting is by far the truth. Anytime that the police ever came to our residence, it was for the upper unit.
Okay. Can you talk?
So that was false.
Okay. Can you talk to me about when police came and questioned you about Latrice being missing? They came to you the next day, is that right? At your home? No.
No, they came to me 2 days later.
And talk to me about that. What happened?
To be honest, the way that they came to me, I felt like I was being treated as a person that had committed a crime already. I spent like 4 hours at the precinct. They went through my house. They went through my vehicle. They went through my phone. They went basically anything that I own. They went through, and that was the second day after her disappearance.
So that was on the 21st.
21st, a Thursday, 21st.
And what were they asking you when you were down there?
Basically, they asked me what I believed happened. If possibly she would leave on her own, if she would have any reason for wanting to disappear on her own, if she indulged in drugs, prostitution, just a lot of random questions that I kind of took offense to a couple of them, like especially the prostitution. Like I said, as far as to my knowledge, that's that's never been a line of work that she indulged in. I mean, they've asked my family about that. So, um, basically, what I took from it was that they had nothing to go off of, so they were hitting at any and everything that they could think of. And then, like I say, for the area that we lived in, like a lot of people looked at that as being odd because I guess prostitution is heavy around that area. But like I say, that's never been something that I've known her to do. Period.
So you were taken down for about 4 hours, and then they let you go.
Yeah.
And did they have any contact with you? Well, obviously they had contact with you after that, but when was the next contact?
Um, Not even a week later. I received phone calls from the detectives. Um, I was harassed so hard at my job where my supervisor didn't want me to come back to work. I lost my job over it. Um, they ended up taking my vehicle. Like, it just got to the point where it was like they made a point to turn my life in disarray.
And they finally picked you up when and arrested you when?
I was arrested the 23rd of April, which was 2 weeks ago. Just a little bit over 2 weeks ago. Um, and still to this day, I don't. Initially, when I was arrested, I was told that I was being arrested for murder and kidnapping. I was never read any rights. I was brought to jail, and for one, I was never read any rights. Um, I never was to know me. So, I mean, I could I'm kind of to the point where I could honestly care less what's being said about me because I know it's not true. So, I'm not, I'm not taking too big of offense to it. Like, to be honest, I'm kind of to the point where I'm just ready for it all to be over. And like I say, for it to be said that she's somewhere dead or that I killed her is absurd, especially if um, there's no recovery of her body. It's not even signs of her being dead. So, like I said, I find that to be absurd. But like I said, I mean, it's nothing. I can't do anything about what's being said against me. I mean, I know what type of person I am. I know what I did. I know what I didn't do, and I know that
What's
what I'm being charged with, I'm innocent of. So I'm not too worried about it right
what's going to come out in court?
now. From my knowledge, man, from what I'm seeing, it's going to be a lot of. I would say hopefully the truth comes out in court. Um, I know that there's going to be a lot of lies that would be revealed in court because as of right now, it's nothing but lies being pressed against me. And like I say, I haven't the slightest idea why people would go about it as hard as they are to make it seem as if I did something that I didn't do. But hopefully the truth does come out in court.
So do you think Latrice is going to come home alive?
That's what I hope and pray for. But I mean, from what I've seen in situations like these, man, as far as um, I wouldn't even say just movies, but real life situations that I've actually seen. Like it's never been a good outcome in these type of situations. But it's like as the days go on, without them finding, um, with the days going on of them saying that she's dead, but them not finding a body, it leaves me hope that she is still alive.
Okay.
And I know a inspirational story that just came out was the three females that just showed up after being missing for 10 years.
Right.
So I mean
I just
that
want to ask
shed a
you
little
really
bit of light.
quickly. You were talking about your character and people that know you're a good guy. Who should we go talk to in order to kind of get your side? Is there someone out here who would vouch for you?
It's a lot of people that would vouch for me.
Do you have someone
I
that we could
wouldn't
talk to?
I wouldn't even say hope to, but I mean, as far as like family, close friends, I mean,
Is there
even
someone
people,
like
even people that I've worked with, like once a person is around me for a certain amount of time, and they know that that's not the caliber
Right.
of person that I
I'm
am.
just
And to
asking,
be
do you have
honest,
any names so that we can contact them and talk to them?
family members, but I don't. I wouldn't particularly give out names just for the simple fact I don't even know if they want to be interviewed or go on camera. So I wouldn't just distribute names, but
We
anyone
could
in my
ask them.
family,
It'd be up to them. Like, we wouldn't just put a
anyone in
camera
my
in their
but
face.
to be truthfully honest, um, I was around Latrice's family almost as much as I was around my family
But they're
before
not
even
vouching for you. They think that you did
yeah,
it.
even after this happened. So I'm kind of mind boggled as far as what's been put in their head to make them um stray away from that. Because like I say, even after his appearance, with the efforts from the family trying to help locate her, that's what I was a part of.
Right.
I
But do you
was
have
around.
like your mom, your dad, siblings that you want us to talk to?
I mean, you could go about doing that. I mean, like I said, I'm not sure if they would want to go on air or be
What's the
quoted or
name of your
anything,
mom?
but
What's your mom's name?
Isla Winbush.
Isla? Can you spell that?
Yeah, ILA.
ILA and last name?
Winbush.
WIN?
Yeah.
BUS?
BUSH.
Okay. And do you have any siblings in town?
Who?
Any brothers or sisters in town?
Yeah.
Who's that?
Khalil Winbush. KHALIL.
Okay.
Tiana. TYONNA.
Okay.
Zakara. ZACHARRAH.
Okay.
My dad, Jahleel Hoskins.
Okay.
Um, I got another brother, Jahleel Hoskins.
Denisha?
Yeah,
DE?
yeah, DENISHALL.
Okay. Okay. Well, thank you for sitting down and talking to us. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
Anything else that you thought of that could help? Anything?
No, I mean, I definitely appreciate that. Like I say, I just found it very odd to see the story that I saw. I believe it was 2 days ago, where they said I declined to go on air. Like I said, I was never asked to go on air, never. And that would have been at the prayer vigil that they held for Latrice. I think it was like 2 weeks into the investigation. And like I said, I did show up to the investigate. I mean, I did show up to the vigil. Um, I know they showed me on camera away from the family, and like I said, at that point, it was a lot of foul words that were being said against me. So I didn't really feel the need to keep poking and poking or showing my love and support if it wasn't being, you know what I'm saying, taken in the right light. Like I say, it was still family members of hers that I was in contact with, but the particular family member that I was still in contact with didn't even show up to the vigil. So that was basically showed in a foul light. You know what I'm saying?
So, just sum it up, you didn't have anything to do with her murder or her disappearance.
I wouldn't, like I say, at this point in time, I wouldn't even say a murder because, like I say, I mean,
But
to
you had
everyone's
nothing.
knowledge, no,
But
I
did
have
you have
nothing.
anything
I
to
have
do with
nothing.
her
I have nothing.
disappearance?
I have nothing to do with the murder. I have nothing to do with the disappearance at all. Period. So if it wants to be perceived as a murder or it wants to be perceived as a disappearance, a kidnapping, whatever they label it as, I have nothing to do with it. Period. At all. So no.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.